50 years ago, the Arkansas Highway Commission was formed to help administer the huge task of building Arkansas roads. Today, as well as then, these citizens serve without pay. One, a planter from eastern Arkansas. A rice farmer from Arkansas County. An insurance agent from the upper Arkansas River Valley. An automobile dealer from White County. Another serves as mayor of a thriving Arkansas town. And 1962 marked the last of 10 years served by a member of the commission who now has retired to the full-time operation of cattle breeder and rancher. Coordinating the directives of the commission to the highway needs of the state is the major task of the highway director, shown here conferring with a project engineer. Top aide to the director is the chief engineer, here checking final prints of a project programmed for the present year. Once each month, the commission meets at the overcrowded highway department offices on the mall west of the state capitol. Here, bids are read and the various commitments and projects are set in proper sequence in the expanding program of road building in Arkansas. In addition to celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Highway Commission, the biennium has been dedicated to the bridges which have been completed and opened to use during the past 2 years, totaling in length 3 7/10 miles and covering all types of structures. Replacing the antiquated structure over War Eagle Creek south of Huntsville on Highway 23 is a modern structure. While north of Huntsville, again on Highway 23 and again over War Eagle Creek, another new bridge replaces a totally inadequate one. A view from the Texas side shows the recently completed bridge across the Red River on Highway 71. South of Horatio on Highway 41, a new bridge provides a modern link for commerce. Perhaps the most outstanding exhibit of bridge engineering in Arkansas is found spanning the Mississippi River. Taking its place as a vital factor in the nation's commerce is the Helena Bridge. All phases of construction were inspected by the Arkansas Highway Department. The span covers 5,225 feet and required over 8,600 tons of fabricated steel. Arkansas roads are vital arteries of commerce for our state's industries and utilities that benefit from an up-to-date network of highways. Representative of these industries is a cement plant in southwest Arkansas, appliance manufacturer in Fort Smith, and what boy hasn't dreamed of his own air rifle? This world-famous name manufacturer fronts Highway 71 near Rogers. A major Arkansas resource is our forests. The world-famous forestry method originated at Crossett has proven that an endless supply of pulp and lumber can be grown to sustain the economy and provide employment for a community. Both wood and paper products keep the wheels turning at Crossett. While near Pine Bluff, a newly built paper mill adds its beauty and design to the area, in addition to a new prosperity. Other prime users of Arkansas highways are the petroleum producers in the state, who in turn make the products that run the vehicles that provide the revenue that helps build more highways. Whatever the transportation facility, Arkansas's highway system is a major link, interconnecting air, rail, highway commerce, and travel. Long associated with good roads has been the increased agricultural development. As better roads are built, the business of farming follows along with the result of larger crops, larger storage facilities. Such as this soybean mill at Stuttgart. Heavy squared fields of cotton. Rich golden bonanzas of rice from Arkansas prairie land. Or a luscious offering of ruby red ripe flint rocks, a type of strawberry famous to Arkansas. Sandy loam deposits close to Highway 142 make an ideal base for a 5-mile farm-to-market road to join with Highway 83 south of Lake Village. Approximately 10 miles of reconstruction was completed on Highway 65 from McGee north. A bypass was completed on Highway 1 just south of DeWitt with relocation of the highway east of town. A modern bridge replaced 2 outdated structures. When the proper base and fill material is lacking or the cost of moving it to a construction site is prohibitive, a process of soil cement is used to provide the proper roadway base. Cement is spread and mixed with the soil and then tamped, rolled and smoothed, and topped with asphalt and gravel. This test core taken near Seipel, Arkansas, shows the effectiveness of this method. In the prairie land, new Highway 6 junctions from Highway 20 west of Marble, crosses Highway 79 near Monroe, and joins with Highway 70 just west of Brinkley. North of Crowley's Ridge State Park, nearly 6 miles of Highway 141 received grading and bituminous topping. Reconstruction was completed last year on the resurfacing of over 7 miles of primary Highway 67 south of Pocahontas. The upper White River is rated one of the top 10 trout streams in the United States. At Cotter, it flows under Highway 62 bridge. 2 fishermen are taking advantage of the excellent guides and facilities available in the area. And the action starts early with Tommy connecting with a big one. Careful there. Now, watch it. Easy does it. Boy, oh boy. How about that one? All beginner's luck. Let me show you how a pro does it. Watch that net now. Be careful. Easy does it. What a pleasant way to spend the day. And still they bring 'em in. No matter whether you fish for fun or take it seriously, a string of fish like these usually makes for some neighborhood bragging and excellent eating. The day has come to an end, but the memories of such a day will last for years and years. It was a double day of celebration for Heber Springs on Saturday, August 4th, 1962, for members of the 172nd Engineers Company of the Arkansas National Guard who returned from their call-up over the Berlin crisis, and Highway 25 over Greers Ferry Dam was opened and dedicated. Governor Faubus cuts the ribbon and officially opens the road. Upstream from the dam, the newly opened state highway bridges at Edgemont and Higdon offer an easy access to Arkansas's newest lake and recreation area. Even when only half filled, the lake makes its invitation to fun and beauty quite clear. Southwest of Little Rock, new quarters are being constructed for the Planning and Research Department and for the Materials and Tests Laboratory. Behind the construction can be seen the District 6 headquarters. New advances of technology affect the materials lab techniques. Here's the old way of taking density and moisture samples, with the entire operation taking 2 to 3 hours. New methods to arrive at the same information incorporate a nuclear probe inserted into the roadbed with readings available in less than 15 minutes. A major budget item each year is presented for maintenance, which accounted last year for 24.5 miles of sealing and nearly 39 miles of resurfacing, plus the cost of right-of-way cleaning, striping, and other operations. A big factor in efficiency has been the radio system used for maintenance vehicles, with a studio in the Little Rock building and maintenance facilities at District 6. Erection and care of highway signs and markers is another major function of the maintenance department, with the sign department responsible for the silk screening and stocking of over 50,000 signs a year. The southern counterparts of Paul Bunyan get together when 11 southern colleges and universities gather in a forestry club conclave, with Arkansas A&M College the host for the 5th annual event. The question here, of course, is who's the best? And the time clock tells in these different events. And here's a contestant who dresses for his job. And who makes the best Paul Bunyan? The reigning forestry queen decides. And to the victor belongs the spoils, shrubbery and all. The Arkansas portion of the Interstate Highway program moves ahead, and the underlying patterns of construction clearly show this cloverleaf exchange of Interstate Highway 30 north of Texarkana. Further to the northeast on the same section of the interstate, a bridge and roadway base work proceeds on the Washita River span just west of Malvern. Southwest of Little Rock, the South Bypass was partially opened to connect with the South Terminal Interchange and north to East Roosevelt Road, with the completion date set for summer of '63. Jutting off Highway 65 at Woodson, a new road travels northwest. Another road leaves Highway 167, traveling northeast to join the Woodson Highway at a new interchange. From this point north, construction is moving ahead on a 4-lane highway to connect with the South Terminal at Little Rock. The impressive skyline of Little Rock matches the design and functional beauty of the expressway as it moves over the river to the north interchange and merges with complete yet safety-designed roadway patterns. Near Dora, on Interstate 40, charges are laid to bump loose a tough stretch of territory. Our camera clearly shows how much easier this solid rock formation is to work with after the blast has done its job. Spanning Lee's Creek with twin bridges, Interstate 40 proceeds eastward. Crossing Highway 59 and the railroad north of Van Buren. Between Clarksville and Russellville, construction is also well underway for a bridge over Big Piney Creek. South of Conway, another segment will pass under Highway 65 at Morgan. Then span the Missouri Pacific Railroad and Marche Road. At Levy, these picturesque structures span a primary highway, railroads, and a street to connect with the North Terminal. Parts of the Dark Hollow interchange were opened to traffic in late 1962, and work is progressing on Interstate 40 toward Lonoke. Interstate 40 from Lehigh to West Memphis also was opened in late 1962. Swinging north from the West Memphis interchange, Interstate 55 is marked with engineered exchanges and joins with various stages of construction that extends to the state line just north of Blytheville. Another phase of Highway Department activity is the close relationship with county judges. Here, Mr. Harry M. Wright, County Roads Engineer, confers with the Sevier County Judge on a project. Nearly 12.9% of the total highway expenditure goes toward county road construction, such as this bridge and built-up gravel road. In picturesque Pike County, the bypass of Glenwood on Highway 70 also includes a bridge over the Caddo River. As an aid in the development of timber and poultry industries of Howard County, 5 miles of Highway 4 has been completed, with the remaining 7.5 miles to Umpire now under construction. Well, what's this? Oh, just a safety precaution before starting off for a day of fun in the sun. And here we go. And what a day it's going to be. Can't forget anything now as we unload the car. Now let's launch it. And the fun really begins. Lake Narrows is the scene of a pleasant outing. picnic's all set. And, of course, the appetites will take care of any surplus, that's for sure. Taking a proper break after eating, the gang takes to the water gracefully. Did I say gracefully? Well, almost. But it's still lots of fun. And now the boys try their hand at the slalom. And now, how do you get off of these things? Oh, just laying down on the job. But now back to the job, and here an auxiliary bridge is used over the Saline River of Highway 167 south of Sheridan, while the main bridge is widened. Widening the relief bridge goes on one side at a time, while regular traffic continues. A new bypass completes connections with highways 7 and 155 south of Dardanelle. Upstream on the Arkansas River, the Dardanelle Dam takes shape, with the reservoir to be filled in the fall of 1964. East of Ozark on Highway 64, major improvements have been made by a reconstruction and widening program covering 5 1/4 miles. Still further east on Highway 64 from Hartman, widening operations go on with a visible strain on machines and equipment necessary for the work. A big festivity each year is the Arkansas Poultry Festival, with regional events held like this one in Springdale. Bubbling beans, and tasting beans. Boy, that's good. Tasting chicken. That sure is good chicken. And the whole town turns into one big picnic. But there's more, of course. Who's the best cook? And who's the candidate for Poultry Princess? And while the judges decide, the fun and entertainment goes on. Later in the year, the hopefuls from Hope, Batesville, El Dorado, Russellville, and Springdale join with Patty Page and Johnny Long to entertain the audience at the 3rd Annual Poultry Festival in Little Rock. The Arkansas Poultry Princess is chosen and crowned to become our state's entrant in the Miss Universe contest. Highway 71, north of Alma, was extensively reconstructed for 8 1/2 miles. South of Fort Smith, and still on Highway 71, the extension of the 4 lanes becomes a bypass around old Jenny Lind, a mining town of the early 20th century, but now abandoned. During the rainy season, this creek bed carries water several feet high. But when dry, it yields its rock to the machines that crush it to form the base for 8 miles of reconstructed Highway 270 from Mills Creek Recreational Area west to join with Highway 71 at Y City. Heavy machinery prepared the road base for approximately 9 miles of reconstruction on Highway 71 south of Texarkana. Reconstruction and relocation progressed on 7 9/10 miles of Highway 65 from the Searcy County line south into Van Buren County. Turn right at Marshall on State Highway 27 for an enjoyable and scenic 23-mile drive to Buffalo River State Park. At the park, the traveler can find both rustic and modern cabins. A lodge and restaurant where our couple, Margaret and Bill, try out a real He-Man breakfast. After breakfast, it's off to see the sights. Sights which include this giant cave, hidden away in the mountains and forests. And when it's time to leave, you take one last look at a vista of true natural beauty. In a period when transportation and travel are so essential to economic development and growth, the state of Arkansas continues not only to keep stride with, but to set the pace for modern America. And with an enlightened view of the future, seeks to provide a better way of living for you and your children.